got a whole chicken? Oh, they're loving it. They're loving that chicken. Oh yeah, look at that whole chicken. Forget about her. You want some chicken, dude? Here you go. Some Mexican chicken. Here you go. Eat your Mexican chicken. There you go. Now, eat your Mexican chicken. It's like sticks and... Here you go, Ella. Eat your Mexican chicken. There you go. Oh. Here you go, Rusty. Here's some Mexican chicken. Right here. Oh, don't eat those leaves, though. Oh! Thought it was a tarantula. Here you go. Oh, they're loving that Mexican chicken. They're gonna eat the rice and whatnot. I don't think they are, but there's trash up there. Hey, hey. Oh. Hey, Rusty. Rusty boy, come on. Get your Mexican chicken. Here you go, Rusty. Here you go. Oh, that's my hand. Mama. Oh, it smells nasty. Oh. Hey, you want some? They love it. They love it. Hey, sorry for the long introduction. It's been a while since we had a vlog. Crypto vlog, December 16, 2020. For a year of our crypto lord. So, man, let me tell you what's going on here. We are getting smoked, Smokey the Bear, by all these coins that are pumping. NFTs are pumping. Everyone's waking up 10x. I've made enough money to retire. I'll tell you that. But I've also made enough money to lose it in one liquidation cascade on Bybit. So. It's catch-22. I've made enough money to retire, made enough money to get liquidated in one flush. So that's the scary part about leverage trading, right? All the money you've ever made off crypto in your career, and you put it all into Bitcoin and Ethereum, whatever, Solana, you can get flushed away in one trade. So be very careful, okay? You're not going to be a Karen. You're not going to be a Tree of Alpha, whatever, a master trader, a crypto mouse. You won't ever be that, right? Right? Okay. So anyway, NFTs are heating up. Pudgies hit 35 ETH floor. I wish I had 20 Pudgies, and I wish I could say I kept all those Pudgies. But liquidations take money. You got to refill. People are saying 35 ETH. Don't you think it's a top? 140K, right? For a Pudgy, for an FT, don't you think it's a top? Huh? How many times do I have to say that? Don't you think it's a top top, the airdrop, people are buying for the hype. People are buying out all the plushies in stores because the plushies get you like $100 in Pengu on Abstract Chain, but that's in a couple months. Everyone's going to try to get their launches out by the end of January, because I know if the market crashes, that's it, it's game over. But we did say in the last vlog that Bitcoin market cap could flip gold at 750,000, 760,000, whatever it is. Actually, gold would keep going up too, so maybe like $1 million. But that could be the end of Bitcoin, the end of the volatility. But we always have alts. The online casino is never ending, so don't give up, right? Bitcoin runs to $1 million, $750,000, and you haven't made it yet. You haven't retired or made enough to lose it all in one liquidation cascade candle on your favorite leverage exchange. Then never lose hope. There's always going to be a market, as GCR said. Humans are always inventing new ways to gamble, to lose all their money, basically. So the object is to create the casino, create the app, create the game changer, or be the guys at the top shilling all the games on the platforms and dumping on everyone, dumping on the plebes. You always need extra liquidity. This PVE is a myth. There are short periods where it seems like everything's up only, but then you get the flushes, people, you see like half the people end up losing money. You're like, everything's up only. How did you not make any money? How did you lose money? It happens. It's the nature of edge and edge decay. As you go further and further down the food chain, everyone tries to get a piece. There's just not enough left. The pudgies have been around for 3 years. You might have said, oh, I didn't mint pudgies at 0.05 ETH. I didn't mint. Why didn't I mint? Guess what? You could have bought at 0.8 ETH or whatever the bottom was when they crashed. Briefly, I saw them at 1.4 ETH. I think I actually did buy pudgy at 1.4 ETH. That was my lowest buy. But most of them, my highest buy was 8 ETH. I bought them at 2 to 3 ETH. Actually, I bought another one at 5 ETH, which was high. But I was back when ETH was like $1,500. So there is hope for everyone. The hope of a crash allows you to re-enter assets that keep going up. But again, this move on pudgy was driven by Bitcoin breaking 100K, Ethereum going to 4K. Bitcoin's at like 107K now, just keeps going up. And the Pengu airdrop, which is coming out tomorrow, maybe early in the morning in the US, afternoon in Europe, something like that. That would be evening in Asia, so everyone's gonna get a piece of that airdrop. They've already posted the contract details, snipers are on it, but you're really gonna snipe something that opens at 5 billion after fully diluted value, or 2.5 billion. Pretty good entry, but snipers are gonna try to get in like at 1 to 2 billion, which is great entry. That's fully diluted and circulating, maybe a quarter of that. Okay, well, circulating before all the airdrop claims is gonna be like 1%. Well, how much is going to LP? 10%? So I don't know. So much cookery going on. People buying whatever the Trump wallet's buying. Trump's buying. He bought Trump. We say the Trump wallet, but Trump wallet is the World Liberty Financial. You can Twitter it if you want the wallet address. Search. Uh-oh, that's what happens when you have too much chicken and run. Your tummy gets all twisted, but not too twisted, which we have bloat. So don't get all crazy, okay? Oh, is she wheezing? Because evolutionary wise, there's no adjectival form of evolutionary. Oh, okay, it's evolutionary. So evolutionary, or adverbial form of evolution. Evolutionarily speaking, animals, humans, they didn't evolve to have a big meal and then run again. There's no evolution like that to run. There's the hunt where you run on an empty stomach, you catch your prey, you chase it for miles. That's why humans are great distance runners. They wear down their prey, but they're not very fast in comparison to animals. So you catch up with your prey, you eat it, and then you take a rest. But if you eat a big meal and then have to go on a run, there's no adaptations for that inside your stomach, your intestines, digestive system. So that's why we see this bloat, especially in ruminants like cows, sheep. I think sheep are ruminants too. But anyway, they have this extra stomach that allows them to regurgitate and consume the food again. Well, this extra stomach gets twisted and starts filling up with air and gas and fluids. So, did I say air, gas, and fluids at the same time? Gas and fluids and food. And then it twists around and it cuts off the supply of, there's nowhere for the gases to escape, so it cuts off the gas, the ventilation there, and the stomach just blows up, and eventually heart starts racing, animal has a heart attack, it's over. Or cardiac arrest. Okay, so anyway, so that's why we're not supposed to run after eating. Humans, we don't have that problem usually. If you have a giant stomach and you ran a lot, yeah. But most humans don't have bloat. Big dogs, common. What they do, they tape off the sides of the stomach when they do the sterilization procedure, so that it's not going to flip around. They'll just go in and tape off the stomach, because animals already sleep. So kill two birds with one stone. But usually it's just for like someone that's willing to pay the extra procedure, so that way they don't have any risk of bloat later in life. And it's smaller. I think it's like 5% of big dogs will bloat, but it's like over 100 pounds. Really big dogs, barrel chests. Anyway, what a waste of time speaking about whatever. So I talked about Bitcoin and this Panga airdrop coming out. So it could be the top. Because you can't have your cake and eat it too, can you? You can't have your pudgies at over 100,000 and an airdrop at 100,000, right? It's having your cake and eating it too. It just means you can't have both at the same time. So are we gonna get a correction? Yeah, it seems like it. In the pudgy floors. And what happens when it'll correct, say like pudgies retrace back to like 28, maybe they flash to like 16 ETH or something. Panic sellers, because NFTs aren't very liquid. When everyone starts to sell, that's it. It's not like a token where you can just go in, you got to list it for sale, prove the collection, monitor the floor, blah blah blah. It's not as easy. It's like 10 degrees harder than just listing a token for sale. That's why I always jeep my tokens so quickly and they end up only. But we've seen Colt where it just went up to like 0.08 and then down to 0.0, or like a 40% drop to 0.05 and then, or 0.047, and back up to exit bounce back to 0.08. Right, I didn't sell though. I'm holding on to 100K, over 100K in Colt. I actually capitulate 25K, put into Bybit in case I get liquidated. We'll start botting on Bybit soon. Hopefully I can make a few 100K a week, right, before this bull dive. Thing is, every day that goes by, we're getting closer and closer to the market correction. You might say a new Bitcoin high every day. Yeah, but that means we're getting closer and closer to correction. So every day Bitcoin makes a new high, you really need to like increase your net worth by 10 or 20%. Because then alts correct, miserable stuff going on, ETH BTC dropping. There's no break. So it's just crazy stuff going on here. And you need to be increasing your net worth every day. Like someone like Karen that has almost $50 million and is making $1 million every other day, literally. So what are you doing about it? Nothing. You're not doing anything about it. You're not making $1 million every other day, are you? No, so what are you doing about your wealth? It's okay. We're not smart enough. We're holding our airdrops. We're holding our hype. We're holding our NFTs because that's all we can do, right? I'm wondering if I should turn back here. I said it was going to be a short walk. So what can you do? You can launch products. You can scam people too. But at this point, I said you have to build in the bear in the last vlog. But if you aren't building now, I mean, then are you really going to start tomorrow when Bitcoin's making a new high and all your positions are increasing by like 10,000, 20,000, hundreds of thousands a day? No, you're not going to do it. So you've ruined yourself. You've fallen victim to holding your bags. So it's great in a bull market when everything's going up, but when the correction comes, when the top is in, that's it. You get wiped out. That's why we see all these traders that ran it up to like 100 million in the 2021 bull. They were down to like 5 or 10 million. They just get wiped out. It happens. There was a guy that ran it up to like 200 million or something. Then he owed all these tax bill and got wiped out in January 2022. It happens. Don't feel bad when it happens, but and going from 200 million to tax debt, that's the worst feeling in the world. Believe it. So, where does that leave you? Just do what you plan to do. Think and do it. I said in my last vlog, we have all these thoughts that don't lead to actions, all these thoughts about making money. Everyone always has this big idea. Just do it, right? Do it. In crypto, it's just a couple clicks away, right? It might take money, borrowing money from someone. Someone may be me, right? You have a great idea, great play, hit me up. But anyway, you can mortgage your NFTs, mortgage your tokens, depending on the protocol too. So lots of ways to invest money. Don't worry, because money is just created out of thin air. It's all just speculation, hyperinflation, all that good stuff. So they said Bitcoin was a hedge against inflation. Yes, kind of. But Bitcoin is just another tool that measures inflation. Bitcoin goes up parabolically. It means inflation is going up. So they might say it's 2.7% year over year. Guess what? The Fed may not lower rates this month. So on Wednesday, we may have a nice crash. Maybe some nice front running. Let's see. And I think I'm going to close out the vlog here. And again, I never wish crypto on anyone. I never wish investing on anyone, because most people are going to degen. And the people that are successful are either going to be miserable in their wealth, because you spend your whole life chasing wealth, chasing riches. You work every day trying to save up enough money to retire. By the time you're 65 or 50 or 40 for some people, 30 for a lot, or 25 for these crypto zoomers. But then you realize retirement isn't all that it's cracked out to be. It's flying the world, traveling the world. And the greatest gift is giving all your money away. But a lot of times you give it to people that don't spend wisely. That's fine. That's why they need money. Think about it. Use your head. If people need money and you have money, that means they haven't been able to acquire money and or spend money effectively. So the problem is you're donating your money to them. They're just gonna blow it, but it's more effective in your hands. We have things called taxes, where you pay more money to the government every time you make money. So then you have write-offs where you give money away, and then it goes back to the people. Again, some people are just bad at making money. Most people are bad at making money. And that's the system. It's just a great cycle, right? Being rich and miserable and having to give away all your money to feel a little happy, right? And then you start feeling happy, you start building things people can see and experience in the whole world. Like Luca Netz, he built the Pudgies, right? He was a miserable NFT holder, and then he said, you know what I'm gonna do? I have all these millions. I'm gonna buy Pudgy Penguin for 250 ETH back when ETH, what was it, like 4K, 3K? I think he paid like 750,000. So, and he bought the whole freaking collection for 250 Ethereum. And now it's worth $100 million or 200 million, I don't know, something crazy. That's how you stack your net worth. That's how you do a 500x. 300x. So that's just one example. But is he happier now than he was 5 years ago when he had a few NFTs? He had $20,000 in crypto. I don't know. That's the great question you have to ask yourself. But go ahead, spend your whole life chasing infinite wealth. See where it leads you. Good luck.